Hello, lovelies. Hello, lovelies, and welcome to Winter Words. We are going to be doing some sprints today, and we are going to be meeting with the lovely Rachel and the lovely Dawn for their book release. And so let's get started. Sorry, I am having so much issues with the dogs barking this morning. Just got the post and the hubby has come home and it has just gotten loud here. But we have a very special stream today. We are going to do some productivity sprints. I was going to be working on turning my planner into my new planner for 2025, but then last night when I was starting to work on the formatting, I discovered something unfortunate. My beautiful new planner for my Bujo has very, very thin pages and it bleeds. So yeah, I won't be doing that today because, I've got to have the symptoms trackers in for the whole thing in my head. And so I think I have enough pages in here to do maybe the first quarter or more. So I will be working on that today during our sprints. But before we get onto the sprints, I have some very exciting news. I have some very exciting guests. I have Dawn McClellan and I have Rachel D. Adams, who they've got a book coming out today. And if you look down at my banner, and in the video description, it gives you the link to get the first book of the series called Doppelgangers and Deceit for free. So yes, start on the Dragon Tasker series. Very interesting. Cineas masquerading as the human Jean-Michel. He is such a grumpy old man. Oh my goodness. Get off his lawn. All right, ladies, introduce yourselves. Talk about your book.
I'm Dawn McClellan. I've been writing with Rachel for about 20 years. On the side, I'm a nurse and, grandmother and wife, everything else. But yeah, we've been doing this for about 20 years. And hopefully y'all enjoy our stuff.
I'm Rachel Adams. I go by Rach with the author community. And yeah, we've been late 90s all the way through. And we have, now we've got actually 2 series and companion series. It's just all kind of fun. I hope you guys will try it out. We'd love to talk about it all the time.
A lot. So we talk about our characters all the time. So, yeah. That's the first one.
Yep, there it is. There's the first book. And you see that you can get it on all of these platforms. There is so much stuff that you can get. All these platforms, you can get it and download it to your e-reader, download it to your phone, download it to your laptop. Be sure to read it and start sinking into the Dragon Tasker world. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so happy that you guys have taken such an incredibly long writing partnership and turned it into this amazing series that you are now launching. There is spicy in it. It is a male romance, and yeah.
We have a little bit of all types of romance, but the main one is a male romance. Yeah, we dip into a lot of the taboos, so we like to stretch the limits.
Yeah, I like Pax and Portals, but I'm a werewolf fan, so yeah, that was I liked that one. That one so far has been my favorite one.
Did you get to read Plight of the Dragon? Or excuse me, Plight of the Pack?
Plight of the Pack. I've not read that one yet. I've not gotten that one yet. But yeah, but this one I'm looking forward to because, oh my goodness, where the last one left off and where this one is starting, and ooh, the twist and ooh, the intrigue, and he's a nutcase. The person. Okay, I'm going to have to say this, just one little spoiler. The person in charge of Crimson, he is an entire flock of bats short of a belfry. I'm just going to say that here. Oh.
Well, then you'll love the excerpt we're going to read at our celebration this evening, because it has to do with him. So you'll like it.
It's his point of view, actually.
It is, and he doesn't quite come out on top though. So I like it because it's one of the few scenes that we have that he doesn't get everything his way. So
yes, he is the result of somebody who didn't get things his way to begin with, so therefore fought tooth and nail to get things his way, cheated, schemed, whatever he could do, had things pretty well in hand, and then in this book, things get ripped away from him, and this is what happens.
He gets kind of a slap on the wrist, so to say. So
a slap? Just a slap on the wrist?
Maybe a little more.
So does Sidious. I think everybody in this book gets a little slap, at least a little
Sidious, sometimes when he gets on his thing, you just need to roll up a newspaper and whack his dragon on the nose. Yeah. Bad dragon. Bad dragon.
Well, and Sebastian, it doesn't matter. You can slap him all you want because he probably
likes it.
Like it.
He likes it, yeah. No, what you do to Sebastian is you just look at him disappointed and sad and don't say a word. That's how you handle Sebastian.
It all depends on who it is. So yeah.
His sunshine.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Twisting around her little finger. Yes. Okay. Oh,
she just snuck in there.
Yeah, she did. So yeah, this new book has to do with our demons and disaster, and it's our twins. They kind of get introduced into it all. So some new wonderful little characters to play with. I like them because they put on a different front in the beginning, and then in the backside they're all different.
Sam says, need a character with 12 arms with the amount of newspapers needed for this series.
We definitely didn't want to write perfect characters.
No.
That was not the goal. And I think we handled it.
That's what makes them so appealing, though, is that they're not perfect characters, that they're insecure. Sidious is afraid of being alone and betrayed. The twins, our lovely demon twins, they have their own separation anxiety issues. And both of them have polar opposites of daddy issues.
Yeah.
Sidious he's used to being the handsomest in the land, and now he won't even go outside without a glamour. And he won't even
Sebastian.
Sebastian, I'm sorry. Sebastian, and he won't, and is he ever going to show the good doctor his scars? Is she ever going to see him?
Oh, yeah. Eventually.
Truly.
I was waiting to see if you wanted to say that.
Because she's gonna want vengeance more than him I feel like when she sees.
I will say that she defends him a lot more than he defends himself. she does. He
is such a tortured soul.
And he still has skeletons in the closet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That we're about to find out in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Because the next book is called Vampires and Vendettas.
Yeah.
So
it's for Sebastian.
Yes, we are looking for that. Yeah. You can probably tell I'm a huge broken character fan. So, how did you pick the boxcars of baggage that you attach to each of these characters? Because we understand, like, these, they're not, the majority of the characters in here are very long-lived characters.
Mm-hmm.
But you also have Counselor Kennedy,
mm-hmm.
and he, oh my goodness, he has almost as much baggage as Cineas Jean-Michel. And it's like, how did you pick to balance their baggage with their strengths and creating these arcs of these characters overcoming this massive trauma dump that every single one of them has faced?
Well, with me, it's I don't believe anybody's a perfect individual. So I wanted to make sure that each of my characters had their own personal flaws, whether they were long-lived or not, because everybody has their flaws. But some people like to put on that they don't have flaws, which, is okay. But when you really get to know them, then you get to see what nobody else sees. So like in Gabriel's case, he has to be this perfect thing in the beginning. And you don't really see everything that's behind the shadows because he's this, perfect guy that everybody wants to be. It's that bachelor that everybody wants to be married to. And behind the shadows, he's not like that, So I take a little bit from people that I know and from myself and kind of put them into each of my characters. So, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I think I do the same when it comes to my characters. I just let them float from my head for the most part. They react to their surroundings, mm-hmm. And I had Raudan thought up as a character from a collaborative group. Gosh, I guess in 98, 99-ish. And he was a little bit different at that point, but he was always a dragon in a man's body. So I came up with problems with him even back then. And part of it was influenced by reading and watching media that had older characters in it that I just thought, it can't all be good. Highlander was a very big influence for me. If you've not seen that series, go get it, because the really heartbreaking part of it was the fact that, you could possibly live forever, but what happens to your friends, what happens to your loved ones, and that's where we begin with Cineas or Jean-Michel in this series, is he's to that point of maybe it's just not worth it to keep going. So that was always from creation to this new iteration for him. has always been part of him. So that's where my influences come from things like that.
Yeah, you and I have had the discussion before, Rachel, about immortality sucks. And the reason immortality sucks is if you're an immortal surrounded by not immortals, then you literally get watch everyone you've ever loved grow up, grow old, and pass away. And I write the Relic of Time War series. My Etherians are semi-immortals. They live between 8 and 12,000 years if they don't die in some other means. And it's the like when Karstein thought he was the last one, he was so depressed that he would just constantly self-isolate because the weight of grief. And in modern times, he tells his friends, he goes, I've lost more people to old age than I have to all of the wars I've fought in for thousands of years. And to put that into perspective, that you're losing a generation of people every 50 years, and you have these beings that live for hundreds and even thousands of years, it turns into such a curse. Oh yeah, I can be slain and my body will heal itself and I'll revive, and ouch, it hurts, but
and trying not to spoil anything, but as you go into the last books in the last book in the prequel novel series, as well as these last two books in last three books in this series, you're starting to see that it's that, but it's also an even larger pain for the dragon, because he's lost people or souls that could have lived as long as he did. He and Inya, you're seeing in this book, they've been around long enough to have lost even immortal souls. So,
and I also see, like, even with Sidious, like, he's been with this Kennedy family for so long, and he's outlived, every one of them. Mm-hmm. Even at times when he's wanted to get rid of them, he's still like outlived them all. And I can see where that takes, its turn in the writing. Same thing with Sebastian. He's lost everybody, so he goes through his own little thing. And same thing.
Which makes Gabriel that much more important, because he's this brand new soul that sees things from a different, same way with Samantha. They're human. They live for the moment compared to these two. They really, really don't have a lot of time. And so humans just, they are so attached to the time frame that they're in, and they live for the moment compared to these older souls who know better,
The dragon and vampire warlords of the Dark Ages are now in a place where, you don't have to have a dragon to fly from place to place. You can fly first class and get a piping hot cup of tea halfway across the ocean. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all right. I am going to set us up for some sprints, productivity sprints. I usually do 45-minute sprints, but if you want to do shorter sprints, I can set us up for shorter sprints.
I'm good with 45.
I'm good.
You're good? Mm-hmm. Okay, then. I'm going to start us on some productivity sprints. Be sure to check the links below to catch Rachel's and Dawn's stream for their launch. It is in the detailed description. Also, the links to their books are in the detailed description. And let's get started on getting some things done today. Come on, turn on. Mew, mew, mew. How did you do? How did you do? We are back from our first 45-minute sprint. For some reason, okay, Rachel, you're going to have to unmute yourself. I cannot unmute you. I don't know why. I am clicking the unmute button. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, you're back. You're back. Okay. Yes. The timer had paused. I don't know why, but for some reason it just sat frozen while we were all so busy working.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's moving.
It was running in the background, but on the stream it wasn't running.
I was zoned. I was working, so I was like, what?
Same. I was trying to go ahead and get to a really good spot, and then I realized, oh wait, I used my headset earlier, so
yeah, we had Alexandria come in. Eva's here. Hello, lovelies. Thank you so much for joining us. There was some chatting. Eva said, went to the winter market today. 3 authors were there with many vendors. Unsure how they're each doing, but I'm excited to join them next year, maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, we love winter markets. Sadly, I did not do well. I put mine in one and sold 0. So, yeah.
We have one here that happens. Well, we have a market that happens like every month religiously. So I'm like, kind of like you. I'm like, should I or shouldn't I?
You just takes one time to try it out, and you're like, okay, well, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I one of the things I am planning for next year is to absolutely join, start working on getting all of my author stuff done so I can set up like an author table. And it's expensive though. Getting banners printed is, you're looking at a couple $100 investment to get the banners and stuff printed for your tables. To get one on the front and a standing banner to go behind you, even the cheapest prices I've been able to find works out to roughly $200-$300 for the 2 banners together.
Well, they've gone up since I got them, because the standing banner that I got was $69, and I got lucky on the banners for the front and the top were only $16 each. So, but I went with the materials that were the cheapest. If you want to do an investment, I kind of like the ones that you put on the tables.
What I'm looking at is like a banner to go around the table on the front of my table. The 2.5 foot, 3 foot the 3 foot banner by 5 foot banner, with my book covers printed on it, I'm looking at like $70. And then the standing banner is going to be, depending on how tall I get it, is going to be between $65 and $95. So, yeah. Yeah, and then you need the book stock to go with it, which is like $5 per print copy. And you need a minimum of 5 books per yearbook. And I have so many books. So many books.
You've got to decide which ones you think are going to grab people's attention best.
Well, it depends on, because I write multiple genres, it just depends on which book thing I'm at, whether I'm at the anime convention or the sci-fi convention or cosign.
It's a hit and miss. It just depends.
Yeah. So yeah. What would you, if you could pick one ideal thing for bling to put on your table to sell with your books, what is the one bling item, like a high-end one and like a low-end one, that you would want to put onto your table if you could have unlimited resources to sell your book series?
Well, I think what Rach did for us when we did the Renaissance was really good, because we had bookmarks that had different sayings for some of our books. And then she had these little stickers. So, you could get your sticker or you could get a bookmark whenever you bought or whatnot. So that was pretty neat, because it had all the information of our books, and it had a code that you could scan on the back of the bookmark that would lead you to the website. So I thought that was really neat.
Yeah, the only big item that I've gotten recently, and it's because they're a trend and I can use them in several different things, not just as a table, has been themed candles. I went in with some of the local area ladies that do their own candles, and got custom scents for Eva, Sebastian, Cineas, Derek, and Devin. So I'm looking forward to using those, because we didn't use them this year.
So,
but I'm looking forward to those, because those can be sold also like on websites and stuff. So it's not just for that.
What about those 3D printed dragon fidget toys?
Yeah. That's what Dawn is going to do. She has the material for that.
Yeah.
I was watching them do some of those things, and I was like, ooh.
Well, I print our stickers for our signatures that we can put in all our books, so we can sign the sticker. And then I got my stuff. I'm about to start my printing, so I'll be doing the printing on the t-shirts and book bags and all that. So, and I've got 2 3D printers. So I told her, well, I'll make us some of those little dragons and stuff. So
the only problem that I see coming up with the dragons is because it's such a trend right now.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to find things that are kind of like unique, if I can.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to do it actually well. So I thought that was with some of our stuff on it. So I thought that would be interesting. So
I like that some of the ones that we were near, and I wanted to get with them, but at the same time, their ROI, I'm not sure that it would be, cost effective for them, as they're the ones that do the handmade crochet dragons.
Oh, that would be.
And I thought those were pretty too.
Yeah, unfortunately, merch is costly. Yeah, my coffee mugs. The cheapest I can get my coffee mugs for my Pagosa Cliff series that say the Wild and Enemy Bakery are like $4.59 per mug, and I have to buy a minimum of 24 mugs.
Yeah, the reason that I went with bookmarks is because you can get the plastic covers for them, and you can get the little tassels and the bookmarks themselves for a relatively cheap price compared to other stuff. When you're comparing that to other things, and we can put just the paper ones out on, or the main bookmarks out on the table, and they are, they have the QR code on the back of them. So those are good giveaways, and then they become bling as you put the holder and the tassel and all that kind of stuff on them. So those are the two things that we've gone with so far. The stickers are my Draggy stickers. They're more my brand as an author than anything to do with the books, but they're cute. They do sell well, and they provide us with something that kids love, because kids can't have our books, but a lot of times the adults have their kids with them, and they wind up purchasing the stickers to go for the kids.
Yeah, my grandson wishes he could read our books, but yeah, no.
Not yet.
Have to come up with a safe for work copy.
Well, my grandson, my 3 grandchildren are very determined that I'm going to write a book for them. So
That could be fun.
yeah, they're crazy, you know.
Dragon and wolf together in a little cave. Yeah.
That's cute. Well, our dragon and wolf play well together, so that would work. Yeah.
Our wolf is riding the dragon in the artwork on the front cover of the reader magnet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a dragon, a lichen riding a dragon into battle is like the ultimate fat,
Everybody
fantasy.
they're like, oh, we're done. We're done.
It's yeah, time to die. Time to die.
Yeah, Eva, it's lavender patchouli. It's up there.
No, she's not a
Yeah,
villain.
yeah, lavender patchouli is the Eva scent.
Mm-hmm.
Eva the elf.
Well, no,
Oh,
Eva's not an
no.
elf.
No.
Eva's
Ava's
lichen.
yeah, she's lichen. Yeah.
No, who's the elf? The counselor that's the elf. That
Zenlio.
Zenlio.
Oh, yeah, Zenny. Yeah.
And I haven't decided on her scent yet. So.
Yeah, I think what Sebastian has the most wicked smelling scent that I can think of.
It's called black incense.
Yeah. And it's nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. We have a break before the next set of streams starts popping up. If you are looking for something to do later this afternoon, hold on a second. Let me share the screen. Come on, share the screen.
Hello, Jen.
Yes. Please follow the link to the stream. Be sure it is in the descriptions. Be sure you hit that notify button so when the bell pops up, you can see it so that you can be there to join us in less than 2.5 hours for the new launch of Demons and Disaster by Don McClellan and Rachel D. Adams. It is the 4th book in the Dragon Tasker series. Third book in the Dragon Tasker series. Mm-hmm. And I am Mama Maggie Ward, independent author, stroke survivor, migraine sufferer. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you have a blessed and lovely solstice. Bye.